Alright, we might as well start. Okay, welcome. Alright, Alright, let's jump straight into it. So, last time we were converting this, so it's just this. We just need to insert these two little libraries. So, first one off the bat would be import JSON. And that should pick up the serializers, but I don't think it will. So what I'm doing is just referencing it. I just realized my chat is not appearing. These guys use it, but I need to know how it's imported. And just an easy way to do this is to look at how I've done it in my code. Like so. All right. So that should happen when we do something like clicking on this. We get a response, and the response will update this. And hey, Jay the developer. Shiv been in your stream before? Yeah, he's been in. He does Django too. Yeah, he pops in. He rates me a couple of times. How are you, Jay? And ahoy, Ivanhoe. How are you? Sorry, I'm like reading text that's all the way over there. I really should get out my phone and have it a bit closer. Alright, I'm running live. Stream manager. There we go. Should also be there. So yeah, how are you guys? I hope both of you are going great. We are just finishing off what we were doing last stream. It's going to be a short stream again tonight. We've got cleaners coming in about an hour. An hour and 15. So we'll see how far we can go. Alright, so we've got that and we get the data back. So we should update the data at its source. So I'm under user information. So I believe this update group leader posts and it comes back. You're doing good? Oh, that's great to hear. So I'm still in Thailand for this week and next week, and then I'm back home. And then back home you'll see the green screen and Sucks will be back. She won't be happy though. Alright, then response. So what we want to do here is we want to get the data. So this dot that's what everyone comes back for socks. I fully understand. So in this sort of case we can't. Okay, data. And actually no. Because I hardly do a data anymore. I keep forgetting the shortcut for it. And then what we do is local list results. just need that as an array. And then when counted, this dot local equals this dot user. Seems like a bit of duplicating of data, but the user results cannot be mutated, whereas the local list results can be, so that's why I'm doing it like this. Animals are always great, yes they are. I swear you Socks brings in all the viewers. So in this sort of case, this dot local list results should equal response dot data. And then all I need to do is update this to local list results. Right. Let's hit reload. Oh, alright, no, I broke it. Yeah, I broke it on the data. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, let's just functionize it. There's a nicer way to display just format. There we go. So when we tick one of those, group leader set to true. I don't think it updated. So this is where I'm just making sure we've got both two in there. It just hasn't updated it. Okay. Tell you what, I'm going to do something crazy. This dot local list results equals nothing again. Wait a second. Reload. Tick this. Bang. All right. So we know it's rendering. What we need to do is, I think it's part of this. In which case, I think we could probably strip that out and actually have it directly as that particular field. The group leader. That should work. Fingers crossed, of course. Wait a second. Oh, good. My chat reload. Cool. Click on that. Click on that. All right. Awesome. So the idea is, if I add another group, so let's empty group in here, permission set. Let's go team leader again. It should act separately, but it doesn't. Oh, why doesn't it? Empty group. It would be the second one. Should be ordering by user, group list, then permission set. No, we team leader all of them. Alright. That should be false. What if I do that? Yeah, alright. It's not sending the group information back. Okay, let's track this down. Group leader 2, username. Yeah, I need the group in there. Okay. That's fine. We're all happy with this. Okay. Yep. We need it in here. Else if oh, this will be just an else. So we need the group. Got the username, group leader. Yeah, we need the group. Now, I've got to double check that this destination is user. Yep. Okay. I really gotta look into this. Waiting a couple of seconds for it to compile. Alright. You should be looking at the group. Update group leader status. Update group leader status. It's under admin views. Update group leader status. All right, sweet, we're here. Okay, going through here, the form gets the data out. We've got the destination, which will be user. If destination is group, else with the user, update. Yeah, this is the problem. We need to filter it too, so we need to actually apply this sort of stuff to it. That's easy. Get group D. Okay. And then update the user group. That. Okay. And there you go. We've just got it on one, but when we click one where there's similar groups, it will click both of them, which is what we want. Okay, now we just need this to order by first name, last name. Yeah, we're putting in group in here. So, and then permission set. So we're just waiting for a second. When we hit reload, we're now grouping up by those particular groups. So yeah. Did I just Australian you? Well, welcome. I hope you're going well. Donier. And yes, I am Australian. However, I'm in Thailand for the next 2 weeks. Or less than 2 weeks now. It's a week and a half. I hope you're going well. Welcome. I am Robotic Head. I'm working on an open source project management system called NearBeach. I've lived in Vietnam for 8 months. Ooh, nice. I have to double check because I can barely read the TV over there. Need to get my eyes checked again. So yeah, how is Vietnam? It must be, it's quite humid where I am at the moment, so I'm assuming it's a little bit more humid where you are. Because I am in Chiang Mai, so not exactly near any bodies of water. Well, there's a river. I stand corrected. So, yeah. Anyway. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, I've got to fix this. Sorry. I've seen yourself had 15 years experience. Focus in Python, which is why I joined your channel. Ah, fair enough. In SA now, so dry heat, so much better. Ah, fair enough. Alright, I do need to go to my tracker. So what am I doing in Thailand? Oh, what am I doing on this stream? In Thailand, I just decided to do nomading for nearly 2 months. It's been fun. It's an experience. No hit program. Alright, so I'm working on NearBeach, an open source project management system. It is Django as the back end and Vue.js as the front end. Where I treat Django more of a hybrid, so it does do some template rendering. Not CMS. No, this would be a project management system. So you can create organization customers, you can create your own Kanban board, projects, RFCs, requirements, and tasks. You should not use Django. I mean, it's just the same as any other, like Laravel, the same as any, I forgot their acronym now, put me on the spot. Controller view model. Alright, going back to this. Not all fixes. It's about your project. I'm not following. Alright, let's pop this one open. So we've just fixed this. Ready for retesting. I'm just going to update the ticket. I decided to... Alright. To extract this out. Simple. Screenshot. That user only has one. There we go. hide certain. The next step would be actually hiding certain rows of data. So let's add comment, which we can do right now. Well, should we? Yeah. No, I'm going to keep that those particular columns showing throughout the whole entire thing. We can fix that later. We can hide those columns when you're on a user or a permission set later. For the moment, we'll keep it like this. Just to test out this whole thing to see if it's working, because it's easy to debug if I've got all the information there. So let's go back to my issues. There's another one which is similar. All right, UI UX permission issues. All right, this is pretty much done. I've implemented the above. It is a simplified version of the permissions that show a row by row of permissions. To have the ability to delete permissions. All right. Now, this is a common issue with project creation. Some people decide one framework gives all the answers, is the master of none scenario. It covers all functions, but does none of the functions well. Important to start at the project, understand, spec out functionality and requirements the project needs. For this point, you can utilize the best tool for the job. In this case, Fast API handling RESTs would go Fast API framework async, which is Django is not. In this sort of case, I'm actually not using REST. It's all custom. The reason why I've gone down this point is because I'm more familiar with Django than I am with, at the time, .NET and Laravel. And it was NearBeach was originally built in Django. At the end of the day, it is just as fast as I need it. It loads pretty fast and can't complain about it. So yeah, it's not just, remember, this isn't just Django. This is Django with Vue.js as the front end. So I've taken most of the rendering of the template stuff out and placed that in Vue.js. And that's why pages just bang. Even stuff that's on a serverless environment halfway across the world will load pretty fast. Alright, so UX, that one is done, ready for retesting. Let's see what the layout of user permissions is incorrect. The user should have permission group set up. Yeah. Alright, cool. We've actually fixed both those bugs. They were slightly different. Admin user, select a user, scroll down to the user, updating. Okay, let's open up this. We could have actually fixed this one at the same time. Log into NearBeach, navigate the menu administration users, select a user, scroll down to the user group selection, click on team leader checkbox to state this is a particular team leader, refresh the page, select results. Yep, we've actually fixed this. So if we scroll down here, tick this one, refresh the page. Bang. So this was fixed in a recent fix to the UI UX for user permissions. Alright, no error dialog when creating a new customer. Well, this one's a pretty easy one to actually fix. So we use a bunch of mixins in here. The error dialog is essentially a mixin. So before I do anything, let's actually state I've fixed these issues. That's the server, not the get I want. So git status, check out NearBeach static. I'm just removing git status, git add, commit, fix to the following bugs, and then just copy them all, really. Copy. Alright, copy. No, that one is a different bug. And then we just go back to watching the files. Okay. So no error dialog when create a new customer. So if, for example, the server stopped running and you create a customer and you try and send that data to the back end, at the moment nothing really occurs. The user should actually be getting an error. So under customers, this is new customer. Alright, down here we've got mixins. So import error modal error. What have I called it? Error modal mixin. So I think I should call it error modal. So, and then I've got access to that modal in here. So under the cab, now we've just got to find the get organization data, no, fetch, no, submit new customer. Oh yes, we had to devalidate stuff. And then we don't have a catch that does anything. So this will be this dot show. All right, give me 2 seconds. I think this is a very old piece of code, and I think we did things a bit differently here, which needs to be updated properly. Okay, we did call it error modal mixin. Okay, Okay, so I should correct that straight off the bat. Be consistent. Like so. And then it's something like this. Oh. This show error modal, error, update user. No, this ain't update user. This is create customer. And then alright. I don't think I need that. I'm just going back to the code. Destination, location ID, that would be a 0. And we just do something like this. And a quick way to test it is going to new customer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the server. We could not save the new, okay, so should be new customer. And then get rid of that and just have that blank. Be it. Let's just retest it, reload, bang over here, stop the server, fill out this information. That'll do. All right. Copy that. Go over here. Happened then. Thank you. Why the hell couldn't you do a simple double clone? Cool. All right. This is ready for retesting. Let's go back to the issues. Close a quick view. New customer validation is not working. Yes, we know that. There's a specific reason why it's not working. It's really weird. It's one of those things that I'm probably going to spend a night on. And hello, Rootsy. How are you going? I hope you're going well. Oh, cute emoji. just going through bugs at the moment. We're trying to get this list down a bit more, and then I'll probably do a release soon. The idea being the next couple of releases will be focusing on more bugs and features. Yeah. And a lot of these are pretty easy, so it's actually been kind of nice, considering I'm just exhausted. I've been up since 5:30 a.m. It's nearly 4:30. Alright, so no easy way to go back to group lists. So if someone was in here, it was like, ooh, nice group. There's no easy way to go back to the list. So just having a simple back button would work wonders. Okay, we can easily implement this. So under the source, we've got group information. And we can put it up here. So just before we've got group information strong. Oh no, we've got a header up here. Well, I haven't asked, how are you, Roots? Root to Z. Oh, I'm mucking it up already. Straight out of the bat. How are you? I hope you're going well. Okay, vbind. Do I actually have the required information in here? Because the idea is group information, root URL. I do have root URL. Okay, vbind href equals this dot root URL, and then it's just as simple as when they go back, it'll be search group. Back to group list. Okay, and wait a couple of seconds. Just work, I'm watching you live in the office. Fair enough. Fair enough, I did the exact same thing too. You know what I've done wrong here? I haven't done our little friends the backticks. Okay, waiting a second. I'm just gonna close this, gonna refresh this. Ooh. And actually it should be that. Perfect. All right, not quite perfect because we've got to adjust that. It doesn't look nice, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna find an example of where I have that. List organizations. I don't go back here. List all, not request. Well, requirement items. It's almost time to get off work. Ah, nice. All right. Requirement items, and trust me to click the last tab. So we need it to look more like this. So what we're doing is we're just having a look at what I've done. So I've just added a break. That's all I've done. All right, that's simple. That's. I know some people hate breaks, but in this sort of case, it just works. Damn. Perfect. Okay, and we've got to do the same with permission sets. So we can fix all these. I know I've got bugs that are similar to this. I'm just going to quickly fix them. So, permission information, I do believe we're going for. Yep. So we're adding our little break, we're adding in a H. So vbind ref equals go back to permission list. Alright, cool. And then what we need to do is add in the simple list.root URL. And then search, and then it's a permission set. Oops. Oh, I've done this on the wrong way. Yep, permission underscore set. Like so. And let's also do that with the users at the same time. So we're adding in our break, we're adding in our href equal, vbind, href equals, and that will be go back to user list. And this will be this.root URL, search users or user. Singular. Let's hit save. Let's double check the time. I've probably got about half an hour to 40 minutes left. So I'm just refreshing. Let's go admin, go back to user list. Perfect. That's what we want. So under permission sets, the exact same thing should happen. Go back to permission list. Perfect. We need to do it for tags too. Add tag. So no, we don't. This is tags. This is as much as this is a tag. This is as good as it gets. Okay, done. So this is now ready for retest. No quick way to get back when in permission set. We've just done this one too. Ready for retest. Get back to user search list, and we've just done this one too. Oh, is someone actually watering? I was wondering what that was. Anyway, sorry, someone's just watering outside. I'm getting distracted. Change task code that does not utilize a get in ORM. This is change task code does not utilize a get in ORM. Take note that the change task.objects.filter change task.filter. Oh, it doesn't too. All right. This should be a simple change objects get. We'll need to update this and follow changes through the Vue.js template. Ooh. Right, we probably won't have time for this one tonight. So with this, because it's a filter, it creates it as an array where if you use the get, it's an object. We need to convert that back. Yeah, we'll need to do figure out what this actually affects before we actually jump into this and make any changes. So we're going to skip this one for the moment. Finish RFCs shouldn't have their date times crossed out. Oh yeah, that's just a minor bug. That's at the moment, that's super minor. On change task information page, cannot tell where the RFC starts and ends. Oh, this is actually a really good sort of bit of information that we kind of need in this system. So we just need to pass through just the value, just being like, all right, it starts, you've registered this to start on this date and this date. In theory, the RFCs shouldn't be extending past those dates and all that kind of stuff. I do need to flag in checkers and all that kind of fun stuff into this. So, but this should be something easy to implement. Famous last words, of course. So let's see if we've got an RFC that is in draft mode. Cool, this one will do. The start date will have to be in the future. Oh, that's perfectly fine. Update request for change. Okay, so run sheet, when we click on new task items, we'll need that information displayed here. So, but first, before we do any of that, git status, check out all the NearBeach status files, and git commit. Right, what we're doing is bug fix, adding in ability to go back to search. Lists, group information, information, So this particular thing is the new change task. Oh, sorry, that always just happens. So what we want is a request for change, models, new run item. This, let's see if we've got location ID and user list. So we don't actually have end date. Let's see what data we have using our view tools. So this will actually be part of the RFC modules. Under the RFC run sheet, here we are. So we've got the user information. We actually do have the change end date model, because yes, we block it off. No, we don't use that to block it off. All right. These between dates, I feel like I'm going to have to pull this code out and we'll change tasks just because they're so unique. Yeah. Alright, this is more complicated than I actually thought. What I can do is I can add in a little row above that just has that information in there that can be relayed to the user. for the moment, but it looks like the between dates, I will have to actually think about ripping that, not ripping apart that little component, because that component is used successfully in other places where between dates is needed. However, this is becoming more and more of a custom functionality. Okay. Because change tasks are confusing in the sense that they should be limited to certain dates and stuff like that due to certain conditions. So for example, if you say this one will be blocking this particular task, you can't, start that task after the task that you've been blocking. So alright. Notify users of date restrictions. So this will be a div class equals a simple row. Nothing exciting. Div. Just a thing. Strong date restrictions. Alright, start and end dates of the RFC. Cool, keeping it simple. Close this div, then open up another div, class equals poll MD4. We've just got a simple label, and we're just going to end the label right now. Start date, span. We won't need the label. And that div, copy these 3 lines, paste them after here. This will be end date. Div. Okay. Let's just see how that looks before we key in the times. Close that out. We can click on this. So we've got the start date, end date. We just need a HR at the top. The span should be able to, so if everything compresses, the span should make the dates go like this. In theory. Let's key in the dates. So the problem is we actually have a look in here in the view component for this. Oh, that's the local, not the RFC stuff. Oh, alright, no, not a problem. I just need to pass down the RFC information. Is that up here? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, we've got approximately half an hour, or 20 minutes to half an hour Problem is, RFC information is over here. So up here. So this is a different component. What I could do is send these up to Vuex and have Vuex send it back down here. That will save me a lot of time. And I just need to send this local stuff. And whenever these local stuff gets updated, I just send it upstream. Alright, let's have a look at the Vuex store. So I've separated all the stores out for different modules. So there will be a Kanban one. Here's the RFC. So we've got change task, end date, model. We might be doing that already. Let's check Vuex. Now, sometimes this happens. It just means that everything's just crashed. Just refresh the page, open it up. It's a pain. It happens a lot on stream. You'll see this happen a lot. All right, so RFC. If we click on RFC, we'll notice that end date model, release and start model. Perfect. We can actually do this. I don't need to code anything. Well, I do need to code something, but I don't need to worry about all of that because we have it. So with the RFC new run model, what we need is we need map getters, which we already have. Perfect. So let's date. Now I'm not going to put end date model because I don't want people to think that this is a model, this variable. Get, ooh. Now I don't know, so there's the update RFC dates, get end date, get release date, get start date. Perfect. So yeah, the reason why I don't want to actually include model in the variable name is because this is not going to be mutated at all. This is not going to be stored against any inputs. So it's not a model. All right. And then just to make sure it works, doing that. All right, waiting 1 or 2 seconds, we hit reload. Back to the request for change. This looks like it's broken again. All right, new. So perfect. So let's change the end date. So we've got 1666789. That's the release date. Yeah, perfect. That worked perfectly fine. I hardly had the code then. I'm so glad I set that up before. I must have set it up to try and limit these, but once again I couldn't limit them in this particular capacity. So hopefully very soon I'll be able to do that. Alright, another thing which I gotta do is change those to their proper format. So what we need is a format date function. So down here in the methods, I don't have it at the moment, so that's not a problem. It's as simple as doing so. got a date time like this. This is a number of seconds or milliseconds or something ridiculous like that. I think milliseconds. What you do, I should zoom in. There we go. Equals a new date. Let's key that in. So as you can see, bang, like so forth. And then what we want to do is we want to display it nicely. And this is where we just use Google because it's freaking ridiculous sometimes to actually get this out nicely. We could do it like that, and then all right. 1, 2, 3. All right, we can do this. New date. Now you might be wondering, why am I doing that like that? Any local sort of variables, I tend to do that. New date, and then just place the date like that. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Set up the date. Split the date into date versus time. New date equals new date dot split with t's. That should be perfectly fine. And then these should not be they should be const. Actually, no, that will be a let because we actually mutating it. Split the time. So times this will be const time split equals new date 1 dot split by colons, and then return date as a string. So return, and we're just doing this. So space. That should be new date with a 0. That will be time split 0. Now, I just want to test one other thing. So let's go A equals new date 27 11 30 T 15 0 0 0 0 dot 0 0 Z. Oh, I can simplify this. Just needs to be split by that full stop. What I'm doing is I'm double checking 24-hour time. So a dot to ISO string. That will give us a 15-hour. Okay, cool. That will give us 24 hours. Cool. So we'll return that. just got to find this. So we're just going to go format date. Oh, this is the format date. Oh no, format date. Because we're in the template part. We don't need this. Okay. Oop, didn't mean to click that, but that's perfectly fine. Something didn't work. New date split is not a function. How was I using it? Oh, I've got an ISO string it. Okay. I just got to find it. Data methods. ISO string. Perfect. Right. If we wanted to, we could do something like that. No, we'll leave it like that. Okay. Perfect. All right, that looks fine. Now we're just going to put the same thing in here. Then what I'll do is I'll write a bug of, yeah, it's going to have to be a task to rip this out. What is this keyboard? MacBook keyboard? So, sorry, I just saw your message then. Welcome. Listen, I am using a Keychron. If you want, just bear with me. Double checking that this is the right one because I do have another keyboard. I'm using. So yeah, pretty simple. I have a smaller compacted version of this, but I'm not the biggest fan of the smaller compacted version just because that top row, this I use quite often, and they've squished it into here, and there's like 2 function keys. It's just fiddly. That's personal preference though. So yeah, that's what I'm using. Yeah, I like my keyboard. It works. I've only got 3 mechanical keyboards. But my very first one was very, very cheap mechanical keyboard. It's kind of breaking. So yeah. I hope that helps. Anyway, going back to this. Yeah, we just need to put, this is part of the change task information. The good news is we just need to double check that we've got the values in here. So there might be a slight difference. Once again, this is crashing, just I swear to you, I do update this quite often. So we've got RFC. Oh, we still have that data, which is good. However, that being said, let's look at the components. So we've got between dates, that's perfectly fine. If we have a look at the change task information, we've got change task results. We can actually just grab the data from here. We have to make it 10 times easier. Let's change task. Yeah, all of this is change task sort of stuff. So we need the request for change. So RFC status is pulled down. We don't have much of the RFC information in here. We've got the draft, but we don't have the start date and end date. So it looks like we just need to push this information in. So let's go over to the NearBeach side of things. Let's look at our views. We are after change task views. So change task save, change task delete, change task information. So we are getting the RFC results. We are keying it in. This particular point in time. Implementation, release date, start date. All right. So RFC start date, RFC results, RFC implementation start date. Dates. This is not the best way to do it. Alright. Keying that in. So that information will then pass down into the template. So we need to open up the templates. NearBeach. And then this will be change task information. RFC start date. So and then we just need to key that in the change task information. So we scroll down to here. I'm just thinking this should be a string. RFC end date. This will be type of string, default. Give me 2 seconds as I figure out a decent default. All right, so. Empty string. Just screw it. Empty string. All right. let's find out what that actually yields us in the front end. So just do a refresh. Actually, I have to wait a couple of seconds. But alright, so it gives us, oh, like this. I don't think this will work. You all saw me hit copy, right? Copy. Command C. Alright, this is blocked. Alright. Delete the wrong one. Results. I'm going to pass down the results. Type equals array. Default is a function where it returns a blank array. And that's how that works. Why you expected full stop? Ah, yep. That's my bad. Okay. RFC results. It's going to be serializers of the serialize. We want JSON, and it is going to be RFC results. All right. Now I do believe I need to actually put this in here like that. And then I need change task information, bind RFC results equals RFC results. What I will do is I'll eventually get rid of this because it looks like we're actually using quite a lot of information. Okay. Let's wait for everything to save, hit refresh. No, I didn't like that at all. Okay. I'm gonna undo what I've just done. It is actually getting late. I do have to sort of finish up because we do actually have people coming in and cleaning up in a minute. So what I'll do is I'll remove all of this and then change task information. You can go away. And then that should be it. So next time what I want to do is I want to add in that same concept here. We will have to rip out, it's not ripping out, but it's more cloning certain functionality of the between dates and then modifying it heavily so that for the change task we can implement the ability to flag things being like, hey, you've selected a time that starts before the start date. That should be happening. So yeah. Anyway, let's find someone to raid. Raid channel. Timberdoe. Alright. Oh, he's just starting his stream, but we'll start the raid anyway. We'll hit a stream. Okay. I've got an ad. So yes, over the next few days, I do kind of want to sort of fix this UI UX mistake. I want to sort of fix up all the issues and bugs that we're having with NearBeach, so that way we have sort of a stable platform to build our new functionality onto. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, let's see what Tim Bordeaux is up. Hopefully he's on. I've just gotten ads. Alright. He's still starting soon, but let's rate him. He'll hopefully hop on in a few minutes. So yes, anyway, thank you very much everyone, and I will see you I'll see you guys later. So have a good evening.